Hello guys, it's Asden here, and I'm bringing you the first episode of From Across the Pond. This is going to be a weekly podcast with myself, the Asden, Jager.
I didn't know you wanted me to introduce myself. I thought
That's
you were going
your
to introduce me. Hey, you sure you want to talk there? And then we also have Micah along with us this week.
Micah from the States, bringing a little bit of a tech news today.
So we got all three, yeah? Got UK here.
Canada.
USA. All right.
Canada's over USA, sir. We are clearly farther north.
Alright, so Micah, do you want to jump into your story?
Alright, sure. Okay, let's see. Recently, Google has taken back their support, which they were given to Firefox. They removed their toolbar, and they won't be available in any future releases. It just had the ability to make quick searches. Everyone's familiar with the Omnibar, and just the ability to share content quickly, kind of the essential functions of the internet today. It's not to say that third-party developers couldn't develop their own applications, but Google's formally taking back the support that they were giving to Mozilla.
Alright, so Google's pretty much completely forgot about Firefox.
You know what?
Or just pushed them out of the picture.
That's kind of good, though, because Firefox is so behind from what Google's working on with Chrome, though.
It is, but you think maybe they're being a dick about it. They're trying to monopolize instead of just letting it run out on its own.
I personally use Firefox, and it's a much better than Internet Explorer. I haven't personally used Google Chrome, but
once you go Chrome, you don't go back to Firefox.
Really? Is it that much better?
It's very fast.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I might have to try that out then.
But on that topic, Micah, do you think it has to deal with the other topic you wanted to talk about?
Well, I think it's related. Firefox just recently has started a phone OS. It's running on the Gecko engine. It's going to be open source, and they're releasing the source in real time. It's supposed to be a competitor to Google's Android OS, but I think everyone knows that's probably not going to go well for them.
Yeah, it probably won't. Google has got such a bigger base than Firefox does. I mean, how many people use Google? It's like the number one search engine. I mean, what happened to Ask Jeeves? I don't even know if they still exist.
I don't even think it does.
Plus, with Google like branching itself into social networking with Google Plus, which has so far been a huge success, I can't see anything really touching them right now.
On Google Plus, in the last 2 weeks, 1 week, they've gained 20 million members, and they claim that the members submit up to 1 billion topics a day, or 1 billion news feeds.
Man, that's crazy.
They also don't tell you how many of them are duplicates, do they?
But why would you really need a duplicate Google Plus account?
No, not accounts, but I mean duplicate news stories.
Two posts in one day, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right, well, Firefox and Google. Right, my piece of story for this week is the future Xbox update, which, if you have been on Xbox, you should have got a update like in the past week, which hasn't really done much. It's just prepped up for this future update, which is going to involve BBC iPlayer, if you're from the UK, which is effectively you can watch all of the British Broadcasting Corporation videos on your Xbox. PS3 have it at the moment, so that's going to be a bit of a. I personally am very excited for it. They're going to incorporate YouTube into the dashboard, which is they have Facebook and Twitter, so YouTube, and they're going to make the dashboard more Connect friendly with bigger blocks. So if you're using Connect at the moment and you're trying to wave your hand about on the dashboard, it's quite fiddly and tiny. So they're going to make the dashboard much more blocky and simpler for Connect users.
Well, I wish I could say something about that, but I got a PS3.
Oh God.
Well, I personally think it's going to be very good, a good update, worth getting.
You know what? If you have an Xbox, you obviously have a controller. Why do you need to use your Kinect for everything?
Well, most Xbox owners are family.
Lazy?
So It's the same for the Wii. The Wii, you can't just sit there with a controller, but
Yeah,
people like to.
Yeah, but the Kinect seems to be far superior to the Wii. So anyone who wanted to get that physical interaction with the Wii can finally get it the way they wanted with an Xbox.
Yeah, there's a lot of customers that really want connectiveness with their consoles. I want to be more involved.
Yeah, but you look at the price difference. The Kinect itself minus the Xbox costs as much as the Wii, if not more.
There's very complicated algorithms in that, though. You don't even need a controller like with the Wii. It can pick up just your body. It understands what the human body looks like.
Well, seeing as we're talking about momentum, let's hold some dildos in our hand, Micah. AKA
don't take that the wrong
Move.
way.
PlayStation Move.
I've heard good things about PlayStation Move.
Yeah, but you have to hold like lit up dildos.
That's true. That's a bit of a turnoff, yes.
I'd want the blue one.
You know what? That's not my forte. I'd rather play Wii.
I'd rather play Kinect.
I'd rather play Wii.
Yeah, I'd go with Kinect.
I'd rather play Wii.
The Wii.
The Wii has insane graphics, sir.
The Wii has Zelda. That's all they have is Zelda.
Aren't the Wii coming up with a new console soon?
The Wii Mew.
Yeah,
something like that.
Isn't it like it's going to be like a tablet console?
Yes, it has like an overview on your TV screen, and every controller has a screen in it. So say you're playing baseball, you're watching your handheld screen. Yes, you're watching your handheld screen, and then when you see a ball coming, you lift your hands to try and catch it.
Kind of like using the iPad with the Wii, effectively. Kind of like that kind of tablet kind of thing.
Yeah, but now it's just an overpriced Game Boy, because you're sitting here looking at your handheld screen, and there's no point in having a TV. They're just selling you a Game Boy, in my opinion.
A Game Boy HD.
Yes.
Has anyone played with the 3D Nintendo?
Yeah, I have actually. It's very hard on the eyes if you have astigmatism, but it actually works really well. But the thing is, you can't try to focus. Your eyes won't let you, and that's where you can't really see the 3D. You see just two different pictures. But if you let your eyes do what they want and basically unfocus on it, you can see the 3D very well, and it actually looks really cool.
That is like a major breakthrough in gaming. Like, soon TVs, I reckon, will be you won't have to have glasses to watch it.
They actually have some that you don't. They're expensive, but
yeah.
With the 3D Nintendo, I've heard that you definitely need to keep it still pretty much the entire time when you're playing, or else it has some inverse effects. Is that true? It's just unplayable.
Well, I walked around a bit when I had it, but why are you walking around while you're playing a game anyway? Let's just go walk into a crowd of people and talk on our phones, play on our Game Boys, play on our Nintendo DS.
Well, I mean, just like sitting there, you sigh, like take a deep breath. And then
you sigh, my life's so depressing.
If you get your focus from it, it makes it kind of harder to see, but it's not like it makes it impossible to see. You can still tell exactly what you're doing.
But Nintendo is a Japanese company. I'm sure there's a lot of Japanese people on those crowded trains playing their 3D Nintendo, and how are they supposed to stay still then?
That's true. In Japan?
When you're in a car journey, how are you supposed to stay still then? So it's not. I don't really think you should be playing handheld consoles sat down in a still position.
I don't think you should be playing in a group of people either, though.
Well, I don't think anyone was saying you'd be playing in a group of people, though.
I know, but like, whoever just implied that, I wasn't honestly listening.
You were the one who implied that.
No, like whoever implied that you're standing in a subway full of people in Japan.
Yeah, it's a handheld console. You take it with you.
Well, it's called a commute.
It's not safe, though. Why can't everybody just be normal and read the newspaper or read a book or take a laptop?
We don't all sit inside all day like you, Jordan. Some of us take our consoles with us.
You know what? And some of us don't have 90% higher chances of getting skin cancer than others, but you know what? We don't go around bragging that to everybody now, do we?
Right, well, on that topic, I'm going to move on to my news story, because I'm going to do it now while I still remember it. So, this is a UK thing, so you guys can blank out for about 2 minutes if you want. But think of the equivalent in Canada and USA. Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs has run out of paper, leaving hundreds of thousands of people without tax reminder letters. So these are the people that governs how we pay tax and all that, and pretty much they ran out of paper. They didn't send people reminders because the government official body ran out of paper. So thousands of people forgot to pay their tax, pretty much, and probably got fined.
That's pretty pathetic.
Why don't the states come up with that excuse? Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Dude, talking about the states, doesn't making $1 actually put you in debt? It costs more than $1 to make $1.
I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't heard that.
It makes you feel
and
better.
the same with pennies as well, I think.
Pennies are worth like 5 cents. If you
they changed it. They changed it a while ago. It's not worth 5 cents anymore. Because it's not copper anymore.
Yeah, but you don't know that with your economy.
You don't know where it's going.
Yeah, but there's probably loads of old copper coins still in circulation.
Yeah.
Well, if they're before like 2008, you're pretty good chance that it's pure copper.
There's actually some coins in the UK, like 20p piece. If it's misprinted and the date isn't on there, it's actually worth like £5,000, about $8,000.
Well, who's buying that?
Like collectors.
People with too much money. People with too much properly printed money.
Okay.
Right, so, Jago, what have you got for us this week?
A couple of things. First thing off, one thing that kind of affects me locally, but not, they say it's worldwide, but it's not as much as it will affect locally, where RIM, if you don't know who RIM is, it's the maker of BlackBerry. They recently just released their BlackBerry tablet. I forget what it's called because I really don't care. But they just cut like 70 jobs a month ago, and now they're saying they're cutting 2,000 jobs worldwide, but they said they're remaining confident about their company performing well. But, you know what, even though it says 2,000 jobs worldwide, that's going to be a huge local impact because not only do we have basically their headquarters here, and we have a lot of the repair shops and all the places that you send your BlackBerries in, and basically a bunch of other just smaller companies that are sponsored by RIM, so who knows how much they're going to be affected by them.
So it's a big cash cow for Canada?
Big cash cow for this city, to say the least. If it wasn't for them, where I'm from wouldn't be on the national, like not national map, but
Canadian map.
It'd be on the Canadian map. We just lost Aaron. Or did
we
we lose Micah? Oh no, we lost Micah.
Alright, so Mike is having connection problems. Hopefully we can get him back into the call.
Yeah. He should be back soon, but...
So yeah, that sounds bad, man. Like, recently, if you've ever heard of Cadbury's chocolate, it's a candy bar. It's a chocolate candy
I know
bar.
what a chocolate bar is, sir.
Have you ever heard of Cadbury's?
Yes, there's a Cadbury factory
in Bristol, near where I live. There was a huge plant, and they basically a few months ago sacked everyone and moved all the stuff to China, and that's caused quite bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what?
There was about 5,000 jobs.
Sadly, the sad thing is like everybody's doing that now, and you know what? You can't really blame them because if everybody else is doing it, why shouldn't you? Especially considering the cost to manufacture things here is ridiculous, or in any like I don't want to
first world country.
I don't want to classify them like that because that's actually one of the things they're teaching here in Canada now is to not classify worlds, first world, second world, third world countries because you know that's just kind of a douchebag thing to say. But upper class, main country just sounds just as bad, but you know what I mean. But
so economically stable countries.
When your minimum wage is over $10, or I don't know what that is in quid.
That'd be £5 almost.
Yeah, but like when that's your minimum wage for standing at a cash register. Your minimum labor wage is $21. The amount of that you would have to pay for a product to be manufactured in either North America or Britain or anywhere main west side of Europe is going to be expensive as hell, and there's not much that you can do like for your company if you're the last one that doesn't have that.
Yeah. Well, on that depressing subject, I think we should move into a bit of gaming, kind of just chit chat in general.
I had one thing I wanted to talk about in international news before that, though.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, alright.
yeah. With the Norway bombings.
Oh, yeah.
The Norway suspect says he himself is the head of a network of terror. So he's like the head of a terrorist organization.
Shit.
And the Norway death toll has been lowered from the previous estimate yesterday of 93 to 76 today. But you know what? Cheer everybody up. Here's a funny story. A man in South Africa, in Johannesburg, awoke 21 hours after being put in the morgue fridge. If you don't know what a morgue fridge is, it's basically a chamber where they put all the bodies into like
Jesus.
a filing cabinet system after they died. And 21 hours after he'd been put in there, he woke up. And his family had already thought he was dead, so it was kind of a big surprise to everybody.
Yeah, I bet that was an awkward car journey home, shall we say. Right, just to go back to the Norway bombings, if no one knows about this, this was, when did it happen? Friday?
Yeah, Friday morning.
Friday morning there was some bombings in Norway, which is in the European Union, and it was, from what the news stories have said so far, they know that the guy had posted on like racial networking sites about Muslims and stuff, and they don't think he's working alone, although he himself bought the 6 tons of manure required to make that bomb. So
how do you let one person buy that much?
He went from the main capital, planted the bomb. I don't know how he planted the bomb, getting 6 tons of manure. He must have like put that down. Can't exactly walk into a building with 6 tons of manure, can he? And then he went up to some island where like Labour equivalent of Norway, and then shot a bunch of people, and they all ran to him because they thought he was a policeman. But it's a pretty sick story, and my love right now is for Norway, and I hope the country's okay about it. Well, not okay about it, but.
As much as I don't want to keep talking about this subject, like, wouldn't it have to be an inside job almost? Because you'd be transferring that maybe, like, up to 20 pounds at a time. How do you... I think
he condensed it down. But anyway.
I can't grasp that. How do you go there that often if you're not an employee and not get noticed for suspicious activity?
I don't know, but if any of you guys listening have any comments or anything, just feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I'm sure we'll both read them, because you are all beasts and legends. Right, African guy...
South African guy in South Africa in Johannesburg, a man awoke 21 hours after being put in a morgue fridge.
Wow, that's bad.
It's ironic. It's funny.
We were gonna try to get this. Oh, is that Micah back?
Yeah, Micah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Not too bad.
We just without me.
Yeah, we
did.
Okay,
but right, Micah, now you're back. I was just about to start a new topic. We were gonna post this this podcast on Yoush, but unfortunately we were not allowed to, and we weren't allowed to bargain any sort of leeway on getting this exposure. So if you are listening to this, thank you very much for tuning in. Unfortunately we couldn't get it on Youch, so this will most likely be uploaded to Jager's channel because he has revenue sharing.
Hey, you know what? Just because I can allow uploads over 15 minutes long doesn't mean you have to be like, oh my god, you're such an American. I am not American. I'm sorry if you take offense, Micah.
I just don't know how that's an insult, but carry on.
Oh my god.
So if you guys do enjoy this podcast, it'll be a weekly series up on, what day is it, Monday? Monday for you guys, Tuesday for me. We might have to do earlier shows because I'm not staying up this late every Monday. So if you subscribe to Jager, and every Monday check out his channel, there'll be every Tuesday check out the channel.
I'll put it up Tuesday afternoon for me, yeah.
So check it out.
Tuesday evening for you Brits out there. Now we're gonna move to some lighter news.
Yeah. If anybody has any gaming kind of stuff they want to talk about, I got some new releases and stuff, but I might save that for near the end.
Are you guys into Dark Souls?
I'm not.
No? Oh, never mind.
You can still talk about
that
it.
topic, well, it's just one of the hardest games ever made, but if it's not relevant, then I can't really go into it that much. They're coming out with it's a sequel to Demon Souls. It's called Dark Souls, and it's coming out in this October. They weren't allowed to name it Demon Souls 2 because their company, even though they made a shit ton of money off it, told them you can't make a sequel off this game.
Wow.
So for anyone who liked Demon Souls, there's a harder version coming out this October. It looks really good. You can look at the beta on CNET, and I'm sure you can find some on YouTube.
All right, sweet. Right, so I'm just going to open the floor to any discussions you guys want to talk
make
about.
life even more difficult.
Max got a big scare. They got a big virus scare. They finally got one.
What do you mean they finally got one?
They finally got a popular one. They don't know what to do. They all think that their computers are compromised. Their Macs are compromised, sorry.
All of them?
I think so. They're really freaking out about this. It makes us
Crap.
PC users. Do you use a Mac?
No, I don't use Mac.
I think it must be funny to most PC users because we're kind of used to that. It's like, oh, that's a virus. Mac users are like, oh god.
Oh, Mac.
So
that's
computer now.
That's going to take their safety blanket down a little bit then.
You know what?
Yes.
Now we won't hear so much. Oh, I have a Mac. I can't get this. What?
But if anybody is listening on a Mac, we still love you. Let's not completely alienate the Mac audience, shall we?
But you know what? When we're on a PC, it's like, oh, I have a virus. Let me just run my virus. Get rid of this.
Let me just click this button. It's gone.
Oh, wait, I'm on a Mac. I don't have an antivirus. Oh.
Yeah, I have Norton antivirus, so that does pretty good stuff. Why are you laughing?
Norton is not an antivirus. Norton is a virus attractor, but it's not an antivirus.
Well, that's what it says on the tin, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with what they say.
Oh, speaking of antiviruses, if you want to hear something funny about tech, I got a phone call the other day from some dude in India. Your computer has been sending signals. What? He tried to tell me that my computer was sending him signals to their server that there was a virus on my computer. Now, let me just figure this out for a second. Let me pull my uber nerd face on. Okay. That's not possible unless, A, I own their software, which I have no idea what the hell they were selling, and B, they put a virus on my computer. So, either A, they're invading my privacy because I never once saw that in a terms of service, or B, they are breaking the law.
Or maybe someone is extremely smart virus writer and he has a botnet and you're just one of the victims of it.
No, but, I mean, he's like, your computer's been sending signals to our database on our server saying that it has a virus.
It's probably a scam. They're probably going to try and sell you something.
That's like those ones at TV. Oh, just go to this URL and I have no idea what the hell that was about. Just go to our URL and you know what? Click this scan now. I can guarantee you that like 100% of the time it'll say you have some issues with your computer. Please buy our full premium access program to remove it. And there'll be nothing wrong with your computer beforehand, but it'll be like, oh, we fixed everything.
Yeah, like the viruses that sell you virus protection software.
The ones that pretend to be like Microsoft too, they're like, Microsoft has detected a virus in your system. Click now to download the Microsoft official antivirus.
That's actually the virus, the exact same type that the Mac users were getting.
Oh, let's all laugh at them. Our moment of revenge. We put up with you Mac users all this time. You deserve it.
Well, like Aaron said, let's not isolate the Mac users. It's their computer of choice. It's their preference. I respect that.
Damn you Linux users. I mean Mac users.
Okay, I'll have to give that one to you. It's true.
Micah took offense.
I didn't take offense.
Yes, he did. He's lying to you guys.
So what else? What else is going?
I don't know. Aaron muted his mic.
My mic just came out. I've been trying to say, what kind of games have you guys been playing recently, like 5 times? And I was wondering why you were ignoring me.
We were talking.
Recently I've been getting into some Terraria.
That's pretty cool.
Anybody know what that is?
Yes.
Mikey, you know what Terraria is?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been getting into that, and it is so much better than Minecraft.
Minecraft
I
gets
have,
boring.
I have both of them, and Minecraft I could deal with for about a week. I mean, there were some patches that made me go back on it, but I reckon until Minecraft has a working multiplayer where I don't have to put in someone's IP address, and I can just invite people to my kind of like hosting session like Terraria does, then I don't really see why I should play it.
Honestly, fat chance that'll happen.
Yeah.
So, Terraria, are people making mods for that? Is that open source like Minecraft?
I don't see why you'd want to mod it per se. Like, oh my god, I just used per se. I'm such a nerd. I don't see why you'd want to mod it. I mean, it's got much more stuff to do than Minecraft. You can make much more crafting. There's bosses. There's dungeons. So I don't know if this modding is the answer to your question, but my
it does look a lot more action packed.
Even though
more interested.
I'm not gonna lie, the game looks like something a 10-year-old would play, but you know what? I'd probably play it. I've watched a bunch of people on YouTube.
Dude, Call of Duty is something a 10-year-old would play.
Call of Duty is only something a 10-year-old will play because the United States government is retarded and made it so that ESRB ratings don't mean anything anymore. You can be 10 and buy an M-rated game in the States now.
If you have
to be
someone
18.
18 with you.
It doesn't
or
matter.
Just someone 18 with you.
It doesn't matter. You know what? You want my honest opinion on this? You should not be able to use YouTube, MSN, Facebook, any game that's not basically Minecraft until you're 16.
That's a little harsh.
No.
14 at the earliest, though.
No. What about all the Lego Pirates on Xbox? The Kinect games?
Or Mario. Who's Mario going to sell to now?
Me.
Or Sonic. Sonic's already become a whore enough as it is. Sonic's going everywhere. But,
but like maybe if you don't want to be harsh about it, but like gradually make it so that like you have to enter like a certain thing, like a government issued number or whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you that age restrictions should be like age restrictions on 18 games. Like you should be 18 to buy those games. But apart from that, I think that banning a certain limit for an age that a gamer should be is incredibly.
Well, in Korea, Aaron, in Korea, you have to enter your Korean social security number to play their game for multiple reasons. 1, so you don't have more than one account. 2, so they know you're the right age to play that game. And 3, so that there's no hacking, because hacking is like very against the law there, and you can get put in jail for up
everything's
to 5
against the law in Korea, so
it's true. But
they probably make you put your social security and all that in so they can just see what you're doing, and if you're playing any game that's against their bloody
it's South
leader.
Korea, not North Korea.
Oh, well, you just said Korea.
Yeah, no one's heard of what's going on in North Korea. No one knows if North Korea is even there anymore. It's so secretive. But on the pin on the M-rated games, I think that's just a little too far because
I don't want 10-year-olds playing COD though.
Yeah, but okay,
it's always going to happen.
No, I mean, just
I'm 18. I'm 18.
Yeah, so you just recently turned 18 within the last year. Before that, if someone told you can play M games, you weren't a great deal more immature. That just wouldn't seem fair.
M is 17.
Okay, 2 years.
Huh?
It doesn't change it. If you're 16 and you couldn't play M games,
yeah,
I think that's a little hard.
I think this is all about extremes. I mean, the reason you don't want 10-year-olds playing your games is because you've had bad experiences with certain 10-year-olds. Now,
I hate their voices. I don't
exactly. But
I go on there to have fun, not to listen to for 20 minutes.
That's why you have the mute option though. You can always mute.
When everybody's like that, what if you want to try to find one person to talk to?
Well, then you mute all the people. Anyway,
or choose a different game.
But I totally forgot what I was going to say now. Cheers, Jordan. You interrupted me, and my train was gone.
Sorry, I did that to Jake too the other day.
Yeah, so apart from Terraria, I've been playing Dante's Inferno, which is beast. Oh, that game is so sexy, and I love the storyline. It's kind of like medieval, kind of like Knights of the Crusade kind of stuff, and Hell, which is it's based off a poem, and it's pretty goddamn awesome.
Based off a poem.
Yeah, there was I think like there's a poem written late modern century, so
Picture
about
yourself
300
as a game maker. You read a poem and you're like, shit, that would make the best game. I
Well,
couldn't imagine that person. I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I believe you, but I just don't know how they got a video game off of a poem.
it's because maybe the poem was like about the 7 circles of hell, so it kind of attracted a lot of people's attention. But yeah, I can
Sounds
see.
like a very interesting poem. Sounds like a poem I'd actually like to read.
I don't think it's like the kind of poem which rhymes on every line, but it's like one of those.
Oh, it doesn't need a rhyme. Just that sounds pretty cool. I'd read.
It's called Dante's Inferno. I'm sure there's a wiki somewhere. All right, Jordan, what have you been playing apart from Black Ops?
I haven't even really been playing Black Ops. I tried playing, got mad, and said, screw this. So, if you follow me on my channel or just follow anything I do, you'll know I've been playing Ruse lately, which some people in this conversation, don't agree with. It's a real-time strategy. It's kind of one of its kind. It's like Risk, but insane graphics, and instead of turn-based, it's real-time. So, I don't know. It's definitely one of my favorite games all time. I played it when it was still closed to alpha stage, and then I played it when it was open beta. It was a really good game, and it enthused me then, so.
Yeah, I've seen some of your videos. It looks like a kind of game my brother would be into, but he's into Halo Wars and Command & Conquer and all that kind of stuff. But, dude, you need to sell Black Ops already. That was such a letdown of the series. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's only a letdown because it's not overpowered camping.
No, it's only a letdown because they took away my goddamn storm power. They took away my stackable kill streaks. They took away my UAV. Because everybody runs Ghost, so there's no point in using the UAV at all. The new UAV is Blackbird. I hate that game so much. They made the FAMAS, they made the AK-74U, they made Last Stand again, even though no one wants it in the game. Because it's
second
just
chance,
newbies.
and third chance, and fourth
It's
chance, and
so
fifth
ridiculous. The game is just so aggravating. It's so boring. It's so dull. All the
You think
colors
they've sold out?
I think I'm unless Modern Warfare 3 bucks up his ideas, I'm getting into Battlefield. I'm buying both of the games, but if
Battlefield
Modern
looks
Warfare 3 flops,
tight.
I'm staying Battlefield.
Okay, just while we're on the Battlefield subject, you guys know Bad Company 2 was just a test series, right?
I didn't know that.
Okay, Battlefield Bad Company series was a test series to test the Frostbite engine along with Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor, it was using it no matter what, but they wanted to test it with the Battlefield gameplay instead of Medal of Honor. So they made Battlefield Bad Company and Bad Company 2 on the Frostbite. They transitioned it into Frostbite 2, which is insane graphics, insane gameplay. Like, it's so realistic. I can't even describe it. You have to play it for yourself. Like,
For PC, that's fine, but for consoles, they're still limited to how well the Xbox 360 can actually perform.
With the
And it's only
new Xbox,
it's about a 4-year-old console,
With
so
the new
people still
Xbox,
playing on
though?
the old Xbox will struggle there.
with the new Xbox, they have the ability to update the drivers in a different way to allocate like more RAM or what their equivalent of RAM is to the graphics unit instead of it just being a set amount like it would be on the PC, where you would have like NVIDIA GTX 295 with 2 gigabytes of DDR3 on it. You could transfer some from your main motherboard to that. So it's a different way that it works.
So yeah, I'm buying Battlefield 3 regardless because I need something other than COD to play, and I can play that game with friends and make it a tactical game, a fun game, because fun for me on FPSs is winning. I don't care if I can get a no-scope running around grizzing on Favela. I play to win. So Battlefield is so far ticking all the boxes for me.
people who are little tryhards and little wannabe grizzes, they don't understand, but when you play games tactically and actually win, they are so much more fun than they could be
Yeah, it's a
just
sense
running
of
around.
accomplishment.
It is.
Like,
It's the challenge.
to the deepest level, there's a sense of accomplishment.
And a game
that's what games have always. That's what games originate for. It's like a challenge, isn't it? You play games.
It's what
for
it
the
should be
challenge.
for. But
Exactly.
then they just sell out and just milk you for the money.
They
and people
made
fall
it. They
for
made it the most noob-friendly game
Yeah.
in the console ever. They didn't appeal to the hardcore fans. They're like, how many copies can we sell? How many stupid DLCs at 1,200 Microsoft points each can we flog off?
I don't support DLCs. I've never bought a DLC unless
Yeah,
it
me
came with the game, but the game was cheaper than it normally would be.
Well, I don't support DLCs such as the Call of Duty DLCs, but Fallout DLCs, I bought every one of them because it expanded on the story.
Yeah, Fallout's different though. They don't just give you like one new map at a time and cost you like $5.
Fallout DLCs in Fallout 3, I haven't really been into New Vegas that much, but the
Isn't
Fallout.
there a new DLC coming out?
Yeah, there is, but I haven't really read that much about it. I've kind of haven't played. I have Fallout New Vegas, but I like the thing with RPG games for me is I have to connect with the character. I have to you make your character, you name him after yourself. You kind of go through that story with that character, and once you have a lapse in time between playing that character, you lose the kind of sense of story, and that's what happened to me, and I just couldn't get back into it.
Have you played COD 4?
Yeah.
COD 4, you connected with your character. You grew him up from the
no, I didn't.
Shooting range. No, I mean
No, I didn't.
more than any other COD.
It.
More than any other FPS game, you were your character and you could control it more than you do now.
No, Halo.
Yes.
Halo Reach. You can customize your character in game.
I know, and you want to know how long I played the campaign on Halo Reach? 10 minutes.
6 hours.
10 minutes.
Oh.
Well, it's a good game.
On Fallout 3, the makers of Fallout 3, Bethesda, they're coming
Skyrim.
out with... Yes, exactly. That's what I was about to go into. Have you seen the graphics for Skyrim?
No.
They've cinematic graphics are always just 10 times better than the actual gameplay graphics. Somehow they figured out how to render everything in cinematic graphics all the time.
That's gonna be sick.
It looks so good.
Oh, I can't wait for
really
that game.
good.
I never really got into Oblivion, although I did play it near halfway through, but because I'm such a huge Fallout fan, I'm gonna get that game anyway.
Fallout's, they're lucky. They've survived this long, and you know what? They're still going really strong with their series. Not like other games, COD. And as much as the little kids don't want to admit it, they're going to be the last ones on COD. Battlefield is going to kill it.
No, it won't. That's the thing. Battlefield won't.
You don't think so?
No. People are creatures of habit, and how many CODs have you bought? I bought COD 4, COD World at War, even though I hated that and I brought it back. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. People are creatures of habit. When Modern Warfare 3 releases, there'll be huge queues of lines, much more than there'll be queues of midnight releases at Battlefield.
Actually, Battlefield 3 has already passed the what do you call it? The
Pre-order?
Pre-purchase. Yeah, they've already passed the pre-order that Black Ops had, and Modern Warfare 3 is still behind.
Well, pre-orders
I
are bought
didn't know
by bachelors in the 20s, early 20s. I mean, you were saying most people who play Call of Duty are kids, and they're obviously not pre-ordering anything. So there's still a good chance that the sales of Call of Duty will surpass Black Ops.
Plus
Black Ops,
the Modern
Battlefield.
The Modern Warfare 3 advertising will really kick in closer to the. I'm sure they've got a much bigger advertising budget than what Battlefield does, and I'm sure they're gonna be advertising 24/7 on most.
Funny news
channels.
for you COD fans. Activision filed a lawsuit against Electronic Arts, because EA bought the domain modernwarfare3.com a while back and had it redirecting to the Battlefield
I saw that. I saw that.
The
Was
Battlefield 3
that
website.
EA? Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah, and they filed it cost them $2,600 to file the lawsuit. And you know what? It was stupid because they obviously thought ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good marketing strategy right there.
Yep, that was good. I'll give it to them.
But I watched both the pre-release trailers from E3 for Battlefield 3 and for Modern Warfare 3. And you know what? I'm not going to lie, the Call of Duty graphics actually look worse than they did in Modern Warfare 2.
Although, the thing is, although I'm going to get both of them, and I'll admit I'm more into COD at this point in time than Battlefield. I never really have been into Battlefield. This is why I'm trying to get in on Battlefield 3. But I'm hoping Modern Warfare 3 is a fixed Modern Warfare 2 without the noob choose, without the last stand, without the one-man army, you know. If Modern Warfare 2 didn't have those problems, it would have easily been the best Call of Duty ever. But that title still belongs to Call of Duty 4.
Yeah. And you know what? Until it's proven wrong, it'll be COD 4.
Yep.
But
so I've got big hopes for both of those games.
You want to play a tactical game though, like an actual game where people play with tactics? Play Battlefield. Don't try playing tactical on COD.
It's never gonna work.
I can't remember the phrase I want to say.
Gears of War 3 as well. It's a big AA title year. I'm hoping to get all three of those games if I have the funds. Have any of you guys follow Gears of War 3 or know anything about it?
No, I played 1 and then I played 2 a little bit, but I haven't really followed it like right after it. I haven't even honestly followed it since I went into console gaming for a bit and then I just completely left because I was like, wow, this is actually really boring. Why did I even come here in the first place? And then I just stopped following it altogether, and that was the last I heard of Gears of War 3. Because I think, weren't they going to release it earlier, and then they postponed the release of it? Or?
I don't know, but from the Gears of War 3 beta, which I fortunately got, which is kind of a funny story, because to get the Gears of War beta, you had to pre-order the game. So I pre-ordered the game, got the code, and then cancelled my pre-order, which is a bit cheeky from me, but hey, I still got a beta. And it was good in the beta, and from what I've seen, the single players got co-op 4-player, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to probably do a Let's Play of that with 4 of my friends. And they have the Horde mode. Is it Horde? I think it's Horde, where you get to like wave 50 and like it's kind of like zombies, but Gears of War style. And now they've incorporated tower defense mechanisms, like you can build turrets, you can give each other points, so that looks awesome. And there's going to be a new kind of mode like Left 4 Dead 2, where you can play as the infected or enemies, which is going to be awesome as well. So it looks pretty good.
You know, speaking of like basically spec op modes in games, even though I don't want to go back on it, COD Mod 3, and you're going to get mad at me for calling it Mod 3, I don't care.
Looks
Spec
rubbish,
Ops,
the Spec
it's
Ops.
going to be like Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 2, except progressive waves of harder and more difficult enemies, and there's going to be attack dogs and other stuff, but you can also earn kill streaks, earn bonus rewards for your guns, get higher powered stuff. So it's basically going to be like zombie mode in World at War and Black Ops.
Won't touch zombies.
It's boring, to be honest, because they don't have guns. It's just not as fun. Like, oh, I can kill somebody without a gun too. And you know what? If I want to kill a zombie, I'll go into Team Deathmatch on Modern Warfare 2 and just kill all the noobs. Same thing. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to with Modern Warfare 3. I think that's the only thing I'm honestly looking forward to.
What, the Spec Ops?
Yeah. It's going to be progressive levels of harder difficulty, and each level is unique. Each hour of gameplay is unique. You'll never experience the same hour in the new Spec Ops. So
how much stuff does Call of Duty want to steal from Bungie? So they've took theater. They've now they're taking firefight. It sounds like it. That's pretty much you've described.
Theater was
Firefight.
Treyarch's idea.
Well, no, Bungie had it before. Bungie had it in Halo.
I know, but
3.
it was Treyarch's idea to implement it into the COD series. So.
Well, yeah, and Bungie. And speaking of Bungie, have you guys heard about the new Halo series? There's going to be an extra trilogy.
No.
I heard a
Too
bit of
many
it.
Halos.
Back. Yeah, there are.
It's going to go up to Halo 6, and there's already been a reveal trailer for Halo 4. So
too many
there's
Halos.
going to be another
too many
3.
CODs. Everybody's just kind of milking their series now too.
Yeah.
The new Halo 1 HD remake. Ugh.
Halo, the makers of Halo, they keep on putting out these newer versions, and I don't really care if someone likes to play Halo or that's their thing, but what I have a problem with is you keep giving them money, and the whole gaming industry is going to shape around that, and they're going to try and copy that, and you're going to get a lot more Halo-like games, which...
Yeah, but if you have a winning formula, you should probably stick to it.
Well,
and that's what COD's doing. They've had a winning formula.
I know. I'm saying that's bad for the game
yeah,
players.
It is bad.
Though.
It's bad. It is bad. There's no variety anymore.
If you want,
all FPS games seem like they feel the producers or whatever feel like it has to be like COD, which is just going to kill variety.
You can't say Battlefield is like COD. Battlefield is completely different. Battlefield's been around longer too. It's been around longer too. So.
Yeah, I was
Some
just
of the
talking
gameplay
about
I've seen
FPS in general, like I can't think of any off the top of my head, but most FPSs try to be
a lot of them nowadays, yeah. Oh my god. The graphics in games still being released now, if you're a graphics fanatic, I'll get it out eventually. If you're a graphics fanatic and you don't actually like games for their gameplay, and you're just like, oh, this game has good graphics, I'm gonna play this. And
like Crysis 2.
Yeah, and you're just like that. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, newer games other than like the Crysis series, the graphics suck. I'm not gonna lie.
This is PC again though.
Not even PC, console. The new games with the graphics. So I think.
Yeah, that's because
COD
they make them in 1080p.
Was a revolution of its graphical engine, and even now games still aren't competing with the graphics that
I think that's
put
a
in
good
the
thing.
software.
I think the time and energy gravitates a little bit more to the gameplay, so I think that could be a good thing.
Yeah. Like, there's two sides of the coin, really. If you're looking for gameplay kind of games, then I think definitely the time should be put into gameplay. Like Fallout 3, for example, or Fallout New Vegas. The graphics aren't the best, but they put more time into the story.
Hell, Minecraft, the graphics are horrible. They're 8-bit graphics.
Yeah.
And you can spend hundreds of hours. What are you doing during those 100 hours? Honestly?
Looking for diamond.
Nothing. Not even. You're not even really doing anything.
And that guy still made 50 million pounds or something around there.
That's
like
crazy.
That made a lot, yeah.
You don't do anything in that game.
Do you know why that was? Do you know what I think half the reason that was? C-Nanners. C-Nanners brought that game to the gaming community, and the gaming community flocked in numbers to buy that game. I bought it because of C-Nanners. I know many other people that bought it because of C-Nanners. And from C-Nanners, it goes down into the other directors, and soon Minecraft's become its own sort of subculture. There's there's channels that are dedicated to just posting Minecraft, and I personally, I only have ever watched one series of Minecraft, and that was
has
this
what?
guy called X.
700,000 subscribers?
Something stupid like that. But I've only ever watched one Minecraft series, and after that, I don't really find those videos entertaining anymore.
No.
All starts the same, all kind of drags on for about 500 episodes.
Isn't that what they all do?
The Yogscast scripts their adventures, so it can be funny and entertaining.
Yeah. Micah, do you watch OMFG Cat?
Oh, I don't.
They do like this Minecraft RPG kind of thing, which is also quite fun, where they're trying to make like an RPG world like WoW. They're trying to build it inside of Minecraft and like have bots and stuff. And that's entertaining. So there are some Minecraft videos.
As much as I don't want to talk about Respawn Army or anything Machinima related, this dude posted a video on Respawn Army not yesterday, but a couple days ago. He is recreating the Zelda series inside of Minecraft.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Stuff like that is cool. I would watch that. Plus, with all the Minecraft mods, like we were saying earlier, that game has got a bunch of hardcore following.
It definitely has a lot more
Predator.
possibility than it already has too.
Credit to Notch, who's really like staying involved in Minecraft and still scripting, and well, I'm guessing he's got a team of scripters, but still.
No,
coming
it's
up with
it's two
Somewhat.
people. It's 2 people. That's a big team.
Is it? I thought he had.
No, it's still 2 people.
Oh,
He was planning on expanding it, but he never got around to it.
we should.
I think
Might as
there was
well,
plans
that's
for a
okay.
Minecraft 2, wasn't there?
I want Minecraft 2 HD, going from 8-bit to 64-bit.
Oh my god.
I wish he would get out of the blocks and somehow make something with rolling hills and more
Dynamic.
flexible. Yeah, more flexible structures.
Where it's not all based on squares, it can be based on circles,
Ooh.
triangles, and squares.
Instead of a 3D grid matrix, have maybe polygons or points that
like
form
a
brushes.
Real life sandbox game, kind of.
Yeah. So if you start digging with your shovel, you're destroying polygons and creating new polygons to form a hole or something.
That sounds
See kind of where
incredibly
I'm.
hard.
Or it's basically
but I don't
yeah,
see why
just
it can't be.
instead
I
of
don't
on
see
a-
why it can't happen.
Instead of on the size level that it is in Minecraft right now, it'd just be on a pixel level. Where you basically zoom out of everything, and
Yeah,
that way when you dig the hole, if you zoom in, it'll look like squares, but if you
that
zoom
would
back
work.
out of it-
But I think only 7 people would have the kind of computer that could play that game.
Yeah. Minecraft's coming to Xbox soon and iPod. I think
Well, there's already
iPod.
Fortress Craft on
Fortress
360.
Craft looks
It's
dumb
different
though.
people. It's different people.
I know, but I'm just saying it's already there.
Yeah,
But
Fortress Craft has power-ups and like items like boots and stuff.
yeah, you can actually like fly without mods. Like,
Yeah, you can find jetpacks just lying around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when we were talking about the kind of in real life sandbox games, it reminded me of a new release coming up this week, which is called From Dust. And I don't know if any of you will heard of this. There was a video on the dashboard, I can remember, going into a little bit of detail about this, but it's a god game. So you are a god and you can control the elements, and the graphics look really good. It's all spherical and it's very textured and defined, and basically you control nature, and the way you impact the island you kind of are given affects the natives and stuff. So it's got a lot of replay, and that's releasing on July the 27th. So
That's pretty neat.
That sounds interesting.
yeah, but
Like
it's not really been advertised that well, so I don't know how well it will do in the.
Yeah, that's true. There
But
was
it's
a game that
definitely
was
one to
actually
pick up.
shut down for not enough advertising money or whatever. They didn't make enough money. The game was actually pretty. I don't remember what it was. It actually turned out better than people thought, but because it didn't have the hype, it didn't make it, and the company that was sponsoring it just said no and cut off their funds.
Well, you don't know what the name of the game is, but what do you do in it? Maybe I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember. It was something Jake was talking about the other day. I honestly don't remember. But, like, it was you talking about Skyrim
Skyrim.
or whatever. Yeah, I just watched the trailer for it. It looks pretty intense.
Yeah, it does.
Guys, by the way, we're approaching the 55-minute mark, so I think we should probably wrap it up soon.
Yeah,
55 minutes?
I think there's going to be a lot to cut out.
It's gone quite fast, actually. So we should probably do the outro. Should probably do the outro now. So, alright guys, thanks for watching from across the pond. If you've made this far, maybe it deserves a like, a subscribe. Check out mine and Micah's channels if it's in there. You guys want to say any last words?
Micah, you have any?
No, I don't. Tune in next time for some tech news and the other stuff we bring.
And who else knows who who knows what else is going to be on.
Yeah.
On the next Tales of Adventure.
Yeah. I'll throw you guys links in the description. Micah doesn't use his YouTube too much. If you think he should be a permanent fixture on
I've enjoyed having him
from
on.
across the pond with
He definitely knows what he's talking about.
with myself and Azadin, because Jake, who was going to be our original third, isn't always able to make it.
I like how you're putting this to a vote, as if we're in the third person, as if I'm not here.
Yep. Mike is not here right now. He can't hear me. He's in some magical wonder world. I don't know what
If you want to vote for Micah, press 1.
Yeah.
No, but I'm sure if we can't find anyone else, I'm glad to have you back
What
on.
we were gonna do, because Jake wasn't here, is we were gonna have a weekly guest. But I think we can do 3 of us.
We could just do 3 and then 1 extra guest on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's many podcasts that do that.
Micah, do you feel comfortable doing this?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, it'll be me, Micah, and Azadin from now on. You'll find our links in the description. Maybe they won't be as long this time. They might be longer next time, depending on what you guys have to see, what we can find in the news. So, until next time, go fuck yourself.
100% British, 100% awesome.
No.
That's my catchphrase now, man. It's my catchphrase. Alright, peace, guys.